tendency.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway in Southern California. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Wilson now off the bootleg. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'll probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 31 yards. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders 7, Chargers nothing.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
Khalif Raymond on number 10. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. They find some open field here. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, 50 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw his Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Carr, a quick throw. It's complete. Room here to run. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a wide receiver's dream, because if they can make that first man miss, a lot of times they turn these into big plays, and that's exactly what happened here.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
What now?
Play action. It's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Carr's throw there into the hands of Ross. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. This is caught. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Here's Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Chargers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. In motion comes the tight end left. Third and 2, now Wilson. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now Wilson. Allen's got it complete. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
17 yards.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Garrett Wilson with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Great George on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Off the RPO, he completes it. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Carr.
42-yard line.
They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 7, Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, That's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On second down, it's Snell. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. And he steps out of bounds all the way up at the midfield stripe. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Williams, the man in motion left. Now Wilson on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. On second down, Jacobs. Down inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Carr to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think someone's going to give him a QB 1-0 when it gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Raiders take over first and 10. At their own 15-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On play action, now Carr. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Here's Raymond bringing it out.
Raymond on the return. The Chargers take over first and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Wilson. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
8-yard gain. It's fourth down.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Running on first down, Eckler. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 36-yard line.
There's Wilson to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
That's another Chargers first down.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run straight ahead with Snell. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now the fourth-round pick from A&M. This is Isaiah Spiller. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
At the 47-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. To throw, it's Carr. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal.
6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Raiders 35, Chargers 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's... The Chargers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Wilson. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, it still looks a lot like his rookie year.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
97 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Runs over it. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Number 83, Darren Waller.
A 15-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
42. Chargers 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Allen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. Now Wilson steps away to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Wilson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Wilson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on fourth. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
121 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we're good.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A run with Jacobs there on 1st down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. 2nd down coming up.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's Jacobs from the gun.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 7-yard line.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new